Yeah.
This meeting is being
great.
recorded.
All right. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to make two recordings. The first recording is if you're having trouble getting the file down, I'm going to have you guys download a file. And while you're downloading it, I'm going to show on the video what I did to create that file, just in case it doesn't work for you. I'm a little bit worried that it may not work. It's a very big file. It has everything you need to kind of get started. So while you're downloading that, I am going to demonstrate how to recreate that file just in case it doesn't work. Now, if it does work, you can ignore this recording. You don't need to worry about it. You can skip the recording and go straight to the second recording. Let me share with you where this is. Let me go to my Canvas shell here. Okay. All right. So I'm on Canvas. I'm on task 5.4. Start the first Unity project. Now, last week's recording is here, right here. You view the recording. That will let you install Unity Hub and Unity version 2022.3.52. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do that. You'll definitely need the hub. You may not need Unity version 2022 if you can download this file here and unzip it. It's going to look like this. Let me share with you what it will look like. You're going to download that, use that link to download that file. It's going to look like this: MMST111 starter file zip. Okay. Download that. It's going to give you an error. In fact, let me show you that error, but it'll still work. So if you click on this link right here, it'll take you to this page and it says, too big to load. Go ahead and download it anyway. It will download. Save it somewhere convenient, like in your MMST111 folder. And then it will give you this file here. Sorry, this one here. And then what you do is you right click on it and you unzip it. Extract all. Okay. If you're on a Mac, again, I'm not sure. I didn't check it on my Mac. If you're having any issues, you can either meet with me during office hours any day, or you can follow along with the lecture I'm going to give you right now. Okay. So those of you that are with me live, you can go ahead and download that file and extract it. It might take like 15 minutes to do that. So while you're doing that, I will record how I generated that file. Okay. And then what we'll do is I'll stop the recording and we'll do another recording that tells you what to do with this file, right? All right. So let me demonstrate first using my Unity Hub here. Okay, stop sharing. And let me open up my hub. I'll start sharing again. Okay. So you guys can listen while you're downloading that file. It might take a while, so I figure we can better use our time here. So I'm going to share my Unity Hub. So if you don't have the Unity Hub, go back and watch that video from last week. Okay. And you're going to go here and you're going to create a new project, right? Go open up the hub, create a new project. All right. Make sure that it's 3D built-in render. Make sure that you give it a name. Oh, also make sure that you're doing version 2022.3.52. Okay. LTS. That's the one that you want. Now, if you don't have that, what you're going to do is you're going to go to In the video last week, it shows you how to get this version of Unity. So watch that video, right? I won't redo it here. Okay, so create the project, give it a name, call it Unity Game Project MMST111 or something like that. Save it somewhere that you know where it is. Okay, the Unity organization, drop that down, and you should have one option there, right? And then just click on Create Project. And that might take like 10 minutes to create, but just make sure that it's 3D built-in render pipeline, right? Not universal, not universal 3D or high definition. Do the 3D built-in. If you follow the exercise from last week, you will have that already, and you can just get started. All right. So I am going to go back, cancel this, okay? And then once you created it, when you go back to the Unity Hub, you'll see it here. I'm gonna call it the starter file right here, and I'm gonna launch it. Now, if you're able to download that zip file and unzip it, you don't need to do this. You can skip everything that I'm covering right now. Okay. So I'm gonna pause the recording while this is loading. Okay. Now, once you download that zip file and unzip it and then open the file up, it's going to look like this, right? And if you want, you can take your mouse and you can use the scroll wheel to explore this file, although it's not letting me do it. Why not?
If you said it looks like this, your screen's not showing.
Sorry. Thank you. Be helpful, wouldn't it? Okay. So once you download that zip file and then you'll open it, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video. It'll look like this, okay? And you can zoom around, you can kind of move around. I'm using my mouse, my scroll wheel, to kind of, and my right mouse button, although it's not working. Oh, you may get these errors right here. If you get these red errors, just click clear, and they should clear. And I think now they've cleared. Now I can move around. Oops, why is this not? Okay, never mind. I'm going to create a new scene. Okay, and I'm going to do a standard. I don't want to do basic, and I don't want to do standard URP. I want to do basic built-in, and I'm going to create it. Okay, and it gives you this. Okay, so we'll start from here for both cases. Now, for this one, what you'll need to do is go to the asset. If you can't get that zip file open, right? So you're going to go to here to Package Manager, and you're going to download a couple assets. Let me show you where they are. In the Package Manager, come up here and go to Unity Registry and do a search for terrain, Terrain, okay? And you'll find this terrain tools, okay? And notice that I already have them in this project, so it'll say download, and you'll download them and then you'll import them. I don't want to show you here now because it might take 10 minutes. Okay, so get the terrain tools from the package Unity registry. Okay, and then there's one more you need to get, and that's under My Assets. And now your assets won't be in here. You'll need to go to the asset store and do a search for terrain. And what you want is go to all here. Let's load all and go to the T, and you want the terrain sample asset pack, that one right there. Now, it won't be in your packages. So what you'll need to do is log in with your name to the asset store, right? Just go to Google and type Unity Asset Store. and then do a search for train sample asset pack, right? And then import it, download it, and then import it. Okay. Notice that I've already got mine downloaded. So I'm going to go ahead and import it. And this might take, again, a couple minutes. So there's basically that zip file will contain Unity. It'll contain, let's look at, it's giving me an error. It'll contain the Unity asset, the terrain tools, and the train sample asset pack. And getting errors here, I'm not quite sure. Well, it should be okay because I've got everything loaded in here already. Okay, now the third one you're going to want is, again, go to the asset store, and you're going to want, something called flooded grounds. Flooded grounds. I've already got mine downloaded. So in Unity, actually, when you're in the asset store, it'll actually say, do you want to open it in Unity? And you just say yes. Flooded grounds. There it is there. Okay. I've already downloaded it. I've already imported it, right? It's already in there. I'll show you where it is. And just go ahead and download it and then import it. It's a two-step process. Download and then import. Okay, so go to the asset store, flooded grounds, and train sample asset pack. That's what's contained in that zip file that you're downloading. And so you would do this if you're having trouble with that file. You can also just come into my office hours and I can help you with it. So I'm gonna end this recording and then I'll start another one.